Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. I'm back with my Tuesday guest, Omar, my real estate entrepreneur. How are you doing, sir?
Pretty good. What's up, Michael? What's up, everybody?
Hey, man, this episode.
We're all fired up. Let's get fired up.
Let's make some money, right? Hey, this episode, I want to talk to agents specifically, and also investors who work with agents or sellers. But really, this one is for agents, right? You run a brokerage. You lead it. You lead agents. You lead teams. I work with hundreds of agents in my area and around the country. I want agents to realize that the next 6 months might be some of the hardest times to be an agent because your work is changing. You have to realize that list to last, I believe is a saying I've taken from you. Yeah. That listing conversation needs to be different. Your sellers are going to likely have unrealistic expectations because they've been listening to the media for a year and they've been saying stuff is crazy. The market in August is not April, and not everybody understands that. So I just want to talk to agents right now. What are you seeing? What are you telling people going on in your world?
So right now, if you're an agent and you're new in the business, or you've been in the business for a while, that whole aspect of letting people know the truth when you're meeting them as an agent. I walked away with 5 or 6 contracts that I didn't get signed because I didn't want to have to deal with the headache. I didn't want to have to bring them down from Disneyland, meaning Fantasyland, meaning that they can try to get $100,000, $200,000 more than the market is going to bear. And you just got to be honest. And honestly, me saying so, like, they may have listed their houses. I haven't followed up. They will call me when the house does not sell.
Yeah.
The inexperienced agent wants to have that little pat on the back because he got a signature. A signature doesn't mean shit when you're listing a house.
Yeah.
It's pricing it right to be able to sell. A signature does mean something if you're buying it, because you better know your numbers and you better know your market. But in this case, this will change. Agents are going to be hit. They're going to be punched in the face, literally, because they won't know how to change. They won't know how to have that conversation with that seller.
Yeah. So so again, you know this, but I'll share with the audience, right? I sold high-priced software for better part of 2 decades. And I lived in a 90-day world that was high stress. You could get fired for lack of a poor performance. So one of the things you get really good at is having difficult conversations.
Oh, for sure.
Right. And whether it's you and your client, you and your pre-sales agent, you and your sales peer, whoever it is, right? You have difficult conversations. And one of the things I could tell you is the earlier in the transaction you have that difficult conversation, the better off you will be. Because time is something you can't get back, right? I lived in a 90-day cycle. And if you had a difficult conversation on day 7, it was a lot better than day 87. Because you have time to fix it, repair, go find something else, because maybe that person doesn't really want to sell. Like you said, right? I don't want your contract. If you think it's Disneyland at $399 and I'm telling you it's $299 and we can't meet somewhere closer, I don't want it. I don't get paid to, put your little thing in the MLS. I get paid when it closes.
Yeah.
Right. And I need people to realize, right, if you're letting someone who's not an expert, and let's be clear, owners who have one home are not experts. They are frankly hiring you because you're the professional. So be the professional and educate them, bring them information, have the difficult conversation day 0 or day 1, so that in 3 weeks, you don't have a phone call that goes something like this. Hey, you son of a blah, 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 blah. I had an open house. Nobody showed up. Where's the offer? You told me it would happen here. Blah, 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 blah. You suck, you suck, you suck. Click. That's going to happen.
And it will happen without the open house part of it.
Yeah.
Like, why haven't I got any offers when my neighbors have sold?
Yeah, they sold. In April, they sold on the weekend, and I haven't sold yet, folks. August, not April. People need to realize that.
And they priced it perfectly, and you want more.
Exactly. Your house doesn't have a pool. It hasn't been updated. It's a corner lot versus the end of the cold. There's all kinds of things, right?
All kinds of stuff. Yeah. For sure.
But again, agents, the ones that have the difficult conversations day 0, really what you do when you do that is you protect your time, right? let's say you have 7 or 8 listings. If you have 7 or 8 listings and 5 of them are Disneyland price, your day sucks because 4 or 5 of your voicemails are horrible. However, if you go backwards and you have the difficult conversation up front, maybe you don't have 7 listings, maybe you have 4, but at least those are the right 4. Yep. And you don't have Disneyland detracting from the other ones. So agents, and again, it's so hard, especially if you're a new agent, right? Omar, you've got 2 years or less, and all you've known is the last 18 months. Oh. Like, dude, all I got to do is list. I get all these stupid offers. I don't have to do anything. I got to go out and buy my BMW and eat, fancy sushi all the time. It's crazy.
And this is what's crazy. The last 2 years, a new agent, oh damn, I made $100,000. I made $150,000. Dude, this is awesome. I can't wait to keep doing it. But then they're going to be used to that type of appreciation right now, that they don't care about scripts and dialogues. They're
not doing the work.
They're not doing any of the work. They're just getting by because of the market. That's what I preach with my guys here. Everybody, I was like, don't rest on this, because this is where you're going to get buried later.
Yeah.
Unless you figure out the conversation to have the difficult one up front. And you know what? I'd rather be a little bit more conservative than try to shoot for the moon.
Absolutely. And again, we're going to talk about that in episode number 3, because I believe one of the outcomes of a changing market, because let's be clear, I've been following the consumers. I've been working in sales forever. And let's just say when time is good, lots of salespeople, real estate agents and software reps, they get lazy. They get big heads. They get big egos. Frankly, this is terrible. I have known dozens of software sales reps who've made over $500,000 a year. And then the next year they are bankrupt. Really? Think about that. Yeah, they go out and buy the second home. They go buy the 3 brand new whips. They start taking life-changing vacations. And then the next year, they don't blow out their number because they got a bigger quota, less accounts. And they can't, right? When your spending pattern relies on making $500,000 a year and you only make 200, bankruptcy is in your future. And I believe there's lots of real estate agents that like the new agent who's living on 100K a year because the market bailed them out, but their daily habits are more like 30K. Most of them are living on 100K or 80K. And then when they go back to making 30K, they're going to have their BMW repossessed.
No, and you just struck a chord right now, Michael, about that. It's like, and what he said, just to clarify, that you have to go make, call it $250,000 to maintain the lifestyle.
Just to
stay even. If you're going to be in that position, you better know your business. And if you're in the real estate business, I say this all the time, increase your commitments to increase your income. But that also means increase up here. That also means increase with conversation, with psychology, with everything else about how to become better at sales, how to become better at, understanding people. But for those people that, oh yeah, like I'm just an agent. Well, you better start doing a little bit more than just being an agent making $250, because if you're spending, you bought the 3 whips, you bought the extra house, you better be on it. And if you're not, then you're going to be going backwards. And oh, by the way, you didn't buy any investment properties to pay for the stuff?
Yeah.
No.
Done.
Done.
Yeah, folks. Real estate agents, you're just like the software sales rep I work with. Again, my opinion, only, not putting in words in your mouth, but you get used to living a certain way. In the last 18 months, we're pretty good 18 months for a real estate agent, especially if you had a Rolodex and you got listings. It was easy.
Easy, man.
You got spoiled. You got a little too lazy. Your disciplines fell off. You didn't work your network as much.
Oh, can I add to this here? Because I have an agent who closed 15 deals in 6 months. Badass, came out the gate super, super strong. Conversation I had with him is like, hey, you came out strong. The market's been helping you, but you better get better yourself in role playing and understanding it all, because you think the last 6 months is going to be duplicated this next 6 months, and you're going to do the same work. No, you got to do more work to do the same work, or no, more work to make the same income.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And oh, by the way, I don't know this individual at all. I don't even know if it's a guy or a girl.
He's good. He's good.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good, but he's younger. He's 21.
Oh, wow.
But he's crushing it. But I'm keeping him down, right? Not as like, hey, I want you to stay down. No, mentally. Don't let your ego get in the way.
Yeah.
Because you just started. You live in an apartment, you just started. Take that money, reinvest it. Like, this is what I'm teaching them. And then I have some others that what's crazy is the environment that you're in is going to dictate how much more money you're going to be making.
Yeah.
And if you think like, oh, I could be home because of COVID, and oh, you have your little office space, this, that, and the other, it's cool. There is no, how do I say it? There's no duplication in an environment that everybody's on the phone, ringing the bell, making appointments, than you sitting at home by yourself thinking you can do it at home.
Mm.
And that's what people are doing.
Yeah.
All good. But then when I check and you're at 0 or 1 escrow, then don't tell me I didn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Folks, again, we talked about changing market being great for investors and finding deals and motivated sellers. It's going to be awesome. But for agents, and again, I bring this up because I worked in a commission world where sometimes you just catch lightning in a bottle, you come out super hot. Again, humble yourself, realize that the market has been a tremendous tailwind. I'm not saying you're not a rock star and you're the next, superstar, but realize the market has helped you. Just keep going, keep doing the work, invest in yourself so you can make the next 6 months 30 and not 15. So
exactly.
Yeah, but human behavior is interesting. I've been following it for 30 years. Most people get lazy. They think they're special. I did it. I mean, I say this as someone who's done it, right? I thought I was the next Warren Buffett, turned $7 grand into 200, got lazy, didn't do my disciplines, frankly, became a gambler because it was working. And then the 200 turned into 40. That did not feel well. So again, I say this humbly as someone who experienced it at a younger age. So Omar, do me a favor. How can people be a part of your world? Or maybe if they want to buy or sell something in a high desert, how do you want that to happen?
Reach out to me, guys, via IG or Facebook, just Omar Alfaro on Facebook, on IG at Omar_Alfaro, or you guys can call me, 760-559-9945.
Folks, and just so you know, if you are a member of my course, he is in the Facebook group.
Yep.
So if you want to tag him there and ask questions, and I'm going to make him take a selfie and post it in the Facebook group so other people get motivated. Thanks, Omar.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.